Come on, let's go, man. What's going on? I'm sitting here looking at the camera. It looks like it's frozen. YouTube kicked me out. Freaking YouTube, bro. Now we're back to the black screen. Never fails. Transition back to the black. Back to transition over there. Look at big, look at mama girl. She's mad because they are going out of business, sweetheart. She's like, I need to get one of those chicken sandwiches. You better get you a ramen noodles. As Popeyes is finished. Yeah, but this comes after, I guess, their earning report wasn't too good. Um, I'd like to read this article for you. Just give me 1 second. Hooters is looking at a possible bankruptcy too. Are you kidding? I was just at Hooters a few weeks ago. I went over there. I can't be saying that. Hooters is going. How is Hooters going to file bank? They better not. They better not. Y'all better get out there and go to Hooters. Goodness, everybody's going out of business. Popeyes, Hooters. Are you serious? Hooters is getting ready to file for bankruptcy. They're looking at. They didn't say that they were going to do it. They didn't actually file for bank Chapter 11. But Hooters is. It looks like they may be getting ready to go under. Now, I don't know how y'all. Man, come on, fellas. Hooters? You gonna let Hooters go out? I used to do commercial cleaning at Hooters. I used to go in there after the place was closed. My buddy, And I will, one time my wife and I we started a commercial cleaning business. We used to do uh, bowling alleys. Hooters was one of them, and where else we did? We did something else. Lowe's. We used to do Lowe's. Go in there, clean, do Lowe's after hours. I can't believe that Hooters is going out of business. And I just, their tap would be, you could, you can't drink, you don't want to mess with none of their bottles of beer, but their tap would still be, you know. And we go in there and get the tap. I tell the guys, get some tap if you want, don't drink it all. Man, those were the days. Yep, sure is, sure was. Let's see, let's click on here and see what's going on. Are you serious? Hooters is going, wow. Expect more bankruptcies in 2025, experts say. Listen to this. Come on. But they're talking about all of the inflation and everything that's going on, right? Record credit card debt. Um, they said Hooters is getting ready to file for bankruptcy. Um, Yeah, Hooters is getting ready to file for bankruptcy. Popeyes already filed back in January. Um, there's just a ton of different things that are happening that are literally just causing people. I mean, look, here's the thing. Like I showed you guys earlier that well, okay, so you can hear me, but you can't hear them. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna talk over these guys. I'm just show you this stuff. So I'm gonna figure out how to share the audio. I'm gonna get to the audio, and it doesn't do any good if you don't have the audio. But I can voice over what they're saying. I just showed you a rural mass shooting here in North Carolina. Like it's so heartbreaking because um, so many families, man, so many families, you know, so many people's lives are they're just I don't know how to explain it, man. I mean, what are these people in Washington D.C.? What's on their agenda? Is it just to enrich their pockets and never mind the rest of us, right? Because people are really they've gotten to a point, not getting to a point, people losing their houses, people are losing, their families are falling apart, people are just losing their minds, they're crashing out, you know. Um, now that mass unaliving or mass shooting that happened here in North Carolina. This is a mass shooting. It was just I'm not going to downplay it. Like there are multiple people that were in that prop on that residence. This is a whole family. This is like somebody just come home, just like a guy comes home after being told today's your last day at work, and he goes home and just takes the whole family out. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. And it's not right. It's not fair. I don't care who you are. I don't care what background you come from. I don't care what race you are. I don't care. If you had a life that you built for yourself, a family, something that you put all your effort and hard work and sweat and all of that, you know what I'm saying, over the 20 or 30 years, they don't care nothing to just let you go. Like, let you go the day before you're going to retire with a pension and just say, nah, pull the plug on this guy now. We trying to cut costs. We're not spending no money. We're not paying. That is so messed up, bro. And that's why I say, like, how are they able to get away with that? And those people over in DC, Washington, they should literally step in and be like, no, you can't do that. These people, either you're vested, you're grandfathered in, right? Your job should be protected. You know what I'm saying? So these are discussions that we got to have, bro. And we can have the discussions all we want. We still don't have the final say. That comes from corporate. And why do you think that kid Luigi um, did what he did? Because he did that on the strength. Like, man, screw these cats. And I'm not promoting no violence. But you know what? People are at that point. I get it. I get it. But don't turn on your own. And I ain't saying turn on nobody. I ain't promoting the violence. I'm not saying go out here and start, vigilante and, saying corporate and none of that. But corporate don't give a crap about nobody but their earning reports and their promotions and their bonuses, bro. And the holidays are coming, and they want their bonuses. They want to get that new yacht. They want to upgrade. They want to do. I mean, come on, man. Where did this country, um, like, where did they lose focus or like morality? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that there seems like there is no morality. It's all about, you know, Yeah. Okay, we got a trillionaire. Well, he just lost like $600 billion. So he done dropped he's done dropped a half a trillion. So I don't think he's even a trillionaire anymore. You know, but that means that there's opportunity for everybody. Like he made it and then it pulled back. It's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back. But I think that you know in the quest for more, like they're not sparing anyone. No one, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody is on the chopping block right now, right? That's crazy. That just lets you know that it's a doggy dog world. It's a doggy dog world. See, my puppy's over there laying down. She getting her little nap. She like, when is it my turn? You know what I'm saying? Remember that guy I told you about the dude said, when is it my turn? Your turn next, buddy. They gonna get you. You might be next. He might be next. The guy that was training me, I remember he said, when is my turn? I said, bro, you make more money than that man. How's you not able to, you know what I'm saying, do what you claim you want to do? So it's crazy. It's the killing fields. These are the killing fields. This is slaughter. This is slaughter season. And I used to go to the slaughterhouses, right? I couldn't stand it. It stink so bad. On one end of the building, you hear a bunch of yeah, because they about to cut them daggone. They was zapping them. They zapped them, zap them, zip 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 zip, and you used to hear them. And on the other end, they come out a nice package, nice box on a pallet, right? Where it stunk so bad I couldn't wait to get 10 miles down the road, you could still smell it. I couldn't stand it. I made good money, but I just couldn't stand the smell. It was terrible. This is slaughterhouse. U.S. has become a slaughterhouse. This is killing fields. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting off with his. I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. Um, I need to talk about something because see, it's hump day. We need to get over the hump, but it's hard to. It's hard to for so many people, man. You can't get over the hump, so you go home and take the whole family out. Come on, bro. Why you do that? Where they do that at? You see what I'm saying? You know what? My grandfather used to always say, when the going get tough, the tough see opportunity. When the going get tough, the tough see opportunity. My mic went out. Hold on. So when the going gets tough, there we go. We back. When the going gets tough, the tough see opportunity. All right. Now I want to report on some of the crypto markets because crypto is starting to come back. And you know I'm a crypto man. I've been in crypto for over 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I made big money in crypto and I lost big money in crypto. I don't lost my the last thing I lost was I'm still getting over that. I'm still getting over it. I got into Bitcoin when it was $3,000, man. You know, that's how I started my trucking company, man. You know, the crypto market is coming back. It's coming back, but I don't trust it. We live. Yes, we're live. Make it count in the building. What's up? What is in my mind over there? What's he doing? Make it count in the building. Shout out to Make It Count. So I think that it's still more pain to come. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled because let me tell you something. Warren Buffett is sitting on a boatload of cash. Until that man start deploying any money back into the market, and that's what I'm saying. Like He's not taking no losses. Warren ain't taking no losses. He pulled all that money out, and that started a cascade of all kinds of, you know, downward movement in the markets. Now, Elon and them trying to push everything back up. I don't trust Elon. I don't trust him, and I don't trust uh Bezos. I don't trust neither one of them because they got them weird ideas of what they want the future to be like. They actually want to, you know, I think they want to take everybody, half of the Earth's population out. You know, so I don't trust those guys. That's just my own humble opinion. You guys, um, let me know in the comments what you think about that. But hey, let me try to find something a little bit more spicy to give you because these socialists, freaking, uh, it's just getting crazy out here, man. It's getting really crazy out here. It's getting spooky, and Halloween's coming. It's getting spooky, right? It's getting real spooky, and you know what? You just got to hold on to what you got, and that's what I mean. Like, hold on to the love of the family. Hold on to the, I'm eating ramen noodles, man. I can go out and get something nice, but you know what? Tonight I'll do ramens. If that means that I'm gonna keep my sanity, I ain't gotta go out and be, trying to live outside my means. A lot of times we do that, and we do it because we know, you know what I'm saying, like, and we'll make up for it. I'm not playing catch up, man. I'm not doing catch up. I'm not doing the catch up. All right. As a matter of fact, go buy some stock and catch up because everybody's playing catch up right now. So go buy some stock in the catch up. Hellman's. And that was one of Warren Buffett's companies. Okay. That was one of his big investments in Hellman's. I mean, truth be told, it's the end of the year, the fourth quarter court. Okay, so Schneider, and I made it short earlier. Schneider, one of the biggest trucking companies in the country, reported 10%, 10%. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. Since we're sharing the screen, let's see Schneider's earning reports. And I used to pull Schneider's freight because I used to pull their stuff around. I did Frito Lay. I did a lot of their stuff. Schneider was one of my bigger customers. That and Amazon. Those were my big accounts. And they owe me money. I want my money, Schneider. I used to pull Frito Lay for them up to West Virginia. Then they had a lot of places out, a couple places out in what you call them over there. Yeah, I want my money, man. Schneider National earnings call. Okay, here we go. Schneider's up. Look at that. Wait a minute. Hold up. Was it 2024, 2025? They were down. They said they was up 25, up 10%. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, here we go. Schneider's up. Look at that. Oh man, come on now. Credit free account home. Oh, excuse me. My free trial. I don't. This is bull. Let me see something. Snyder's earning call. Let me see. Stock analysis, dividend stock, Schneider's national earning call, best AI stock. Here we go. High dividend stock inside. Nah, that's not what I want. Give me a second. Oh, this is 2024. I need to see 2025 because they're up 10%, 1.56 or $54 billion in profits is what they're reporting. But I need to pull it up so you can see it. Okay, there we go. Schneider's. Here we are. Schneider's earning call for 2026. Okay, here we go. All right, July 30th. Yep. Schneider National Q second quarter 2026 earning call was held on July 30th, so just passed. Okay, with adjusted duality EPA. Okay, that's a bunch of crap. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, here we are. Here we go. Enterprise revenue, 1.3 billion, up 4%. 1.3 billion. Signing national one. This is their profit, bro. Hold on, let me show you. And see, and that starts a bigger discussion. But I want to. Here we are. Here we go. This is the first quarter. In the first quarter, they were up. First quarter earnings conference call. And see, you got to check these companies. See, I did a lot of work with Schneider. Schneider was at one time one of my second biggest customers when I was doing, independent trucking, owner operators, right? They still owe me money. That's how they got all that money. They owe me. Okay, they owe me. They owe me. Dirty rotten scoundrels. I want my money. I'm gonna get a lawyer. Go after you guys. You know, they got me. There was one time like, oh man, I ain't even gonna talk about it because I'm gonna get mad. You know, some invoices that we never invoiced, and it was a nice amount of money. And I said, how we let these people get away with that? But in between, when you're dealing with that value, as much volume as I was dealing with, and it wasn't like I was dealing with a large amount, but we did about 2 to 4 loads a day from them. You know, 2 to 4 loads a day, um, Monday through Friday, Saturday, and then even on probably on Sunday, about 28. So we would invoice about 28 loads a day. I mean, a week, 28 a week, and that's a lot. That's a lot to keep up with, but when they got over on us, we didn't even see it. And then when we caught it, they didn't get over on us, but we just, you know, yeah, they got their little app that, every time you upload and stuff like that, once you do the delivery and you upload that you completed, it seemed like it would glitch out all the time. So you got to watch these guys. I just say that, like, yo, they got their little funny little thing. I used to go in on the brokers like, yo, man, we did that low. What are you talking? When you ask me about something that the trailer, we're pulling your trailer, you're tracking your trailer. Where is it at? It's over there, right? We took it there. We want to get paid for that, right? It's there. It's where it's supposed to be. Remember, it didn't move on its own. So, but Snyder's earning calls, they're making money. But what they're saying is because I see you in the chat, make it count, man. You say you like the news. I like the news too, but I I like the money more than the news. See, a lot of the news is blues. You know, blues news. I like the money. You know, the news is all good when you can report that you're making money, not that you're losing. So, shout out to the news, but we're gonna get past the blues. All right. Um. Anyway, I want to get to their earning report. Basically, I did just seen it. Adjusted income, operations, 75 mil. These people made like, okay, segment performance, truck. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Logistics, intermodal, because they have intermodal. We did intermodal. Yep, we did that with them. I did that. Yep, I used to go down to the docks. I mean, to the port down in South Carolina and grab either Snyder or I did a lot of Amazon from there too. However, these people and they pay good. I ain't gonna lie. They pay pretty good when I was doing it. And from what I'm hearing, the rates are going up, right? Leverage across all segments. Okay, so Snyder National Quarter 2 2026 earnings call. Okay, it was held on July the 30th, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with adjusted duality EPS of um, 0.29 cent versus 0.21 cent in 2025. So from 21 cent to 29 cent, right? Driven by improved operating leverage across all segments. Um, so let's just say it's only 7 cent, and that's what they're showing. 8 or 7, 8 cent, 8 cent. They're up 8 cents. Okay, what does that translate in terms of quarterly, like their fuel surcharge? See, enterprise revenue, Excel fuel surcharge. And when you know what a fuel surcharge is, if you're an owner operator, they have to pay you for that fuel surcharge, led by logistics and network growth, offsetting modest intermodal pressures. Uh, Basically, they know that the fuel price is going to go up. So with them having to have you move the freight and they have to pay you a surcharge for the fuel, right? They're getting their fuel for mega cheap. Well, if you use a fuel card that they issue to you, I never used a fuel card. I never opt into anything like that. It might be something to look into. You know, they also have freight forwarding. If you have a warehouse where you can, you know, warehouse their freight and stuff, and you get into bigger and bigger logistics, um, when you do that. Like I wanted to get into freight forwarding, but I was not able to find a warehouse with a dock. You have to have a dock, like a dock, a bay door that trucks can pull in and back into the dock door, and you will warehouse some of the freight, and then kind of you know now you're pushing it out. Now you're pushing it out. So many opportunities with Snyder because they're like one of the biggest in the industry, right? But I'm trying to get to where it talks about their two one point one point I think it was 1.65 billion, that they're up 10%. Snyder revenue trend. Let me see. Let me click on this. It talks about they're up like $1.2 billion in profit. Here we go. Here we go. Annual revenue overview. In 2026, Snyder National total revenue for the last 12 months reached 5.82 billion, up 6.25% from 5.67 billion in 2025. This growth follows 7 years of fluctuating trending revenue. Um, Revenues grew 7.25% in 2025, slightly declined in 2024, and rebounded in the prior years with double-digit growth because they were 10%. They were at 10%. They were at 10%. Okay, this is it. Down by, hold on. Y'all gonna have to go look this up yourself. I can't read all this to you. But I'm gonna tell you, like I said, Snyder is up. They're all the way up. They are up this year. And I'm gonna tell you something. Across the board, trucking is up. Across the board, trucking is up. Logistics are up. You know what's not up? You know what's not up? Um, there's definitely a shortage. There's no shortage in truck drivers. There's a shortage in experienced truck drivers. There's what's what the big, and see, when you have that, when you have a shortage of experienced truck drivers. And I'm gonna tell you why there's a shortage of experienced truck drivers, because they shut down so many companies that were operating illegally. This has been discussion for the last year or so, man. When they were talking about chameleon trucking companies, talking about non-domicile license, talking about how, you know, the strain on the industry because, insurance, everything was high. Insurance was high, fuel was high, the rates were low, um, repair, maintenance, repairs, and everything was high. This is a discussion. You have to realize, you have to look at this stuff when you start talking about the economical state of the economy of the country. That we literally got to have this discussion, and I talk about it because I live it, man. I live it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I shut my trucking company down because I could not afford to continue to to pull freight to compete with all the other companies that were out here illegally. I could not compete with them because they were literally running freight for free, basically, right? Because the money that they would make, they're sending back home to their country, and then that few dollars was a lot of money. They have since then pretty much like pulled the plug on, I'd say, 80 to 85% of those companies. So capacity capacity is exiting the industry. There are not as much truck capacity, but there's still the same amount of, what I'm saying, truckloads. There's still the same amount of freight. There's more freight than there are trucks. There's no truck driver shortage. The, there's less companies now, but a lot of these guys don't have experience, even the new ones. You got rookies coming out of school. They don't, nobody want to give them a load because these guys have no experience. Where are all the veterans? Where are all the veterans? And that's why Donald Trump wants to bring those veterans from the military to into the trucking industry so he can kind of keep the country rolling. Those guys have experience, but I don't know if they have the type of experience that has to do with dealing with logistics. and dealing with, you know, um, you know, finding truck parking, during a 34-hour reset, navigating. I'm not sure they can navigate, those, the country using a GPS. But there's so, I mean, if they get into hazmat, if they get into heavy load, which I'm sure they have experience pulling oversized and heavy load, wide loads and military equipment. But when you start coming to, hey man, I gotta go over here pick up a load from the distribution facility. We need to make sure that your temperature is set before you get there because you're picking up ice cream. So we don't know about whether they have that type of experience, but there's a shortage of people that do. And that's why, they're paying top dollar to the guys that have experience. They're paying top dollar to the veterans that are still trucking and still got their companies going. Like I pulled out the game. I couldn't. I said, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna wind up having to sell all my stuff. And I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just take a job and, kind of sit on the bench. I play the bench for a minute, then put me back in the game when it's time, when it's hot and heavy, when you need your go-to guy. The only thing about that is it's gonna cost me to get back up and running. And I'm not looking to really go too deep. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna cost if I'm a register and insure everything. Like I have to start from just one truck and then bring in some revenue, and then I could put my other trucks on, and, you know, do it like because they're gonna charge you out. They're gonna charge you through the nose. You know how many trucks you have? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Here, big money here. Here you go. Nah, I ain't got it like that. I've been sitting on the sideline. I've been working 40 hours a week over here getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, just enough to make it. So I'm trying to hold on to what I got. So I gotta, take out a loan to get some insurance and take out this to try to get back up and running. So a lot of guys right now are in the same position that I'm in because a lot of guys pulled their trucks off the road. If you are a cash owner and if you pay cash for your equipment and you own your trucks and you parked your trucks because you did not want to just run it in the ground for peanuts, putting your truck back out on the road is going to cost you, and you know that. So a lot of us want to come back into the industry because we hear, yeah, it's good money out there right now. They're paying decent, not even decent. They're actually paying very good. I mean, and it's going up. Everybody's saying it's going up. Man, don't you know I want to go out there right now and just do my own thing? Unfortunately, you got insurance companies gonna make it hard. They're gonna make it, look, we need this money before we could do anything. So shop around and get yourself the best rate of insurance that you can, guys. I mean, I wish I had somebody I could refer you to, but right now I need a referral. I need a referral. Send me to the guy that's gonna give me a break. And I wish my agent that I had, she passed away. God bless her. When I first got started, I remember she passed away. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna set you up so at least you can go make you some money. And then next month, you know what I'm saying? Um, we'll pick that back up and everything, but I'm gonna help you get your tags. She gave me a very good rate. She prorated me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the insurance companies need to do, but they're not. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's pretty much right now. I mean, I gotta call around and get some quotes, but it ain't nothing like when you had the people that worked with you and helped you out. Nobody's working with no one these days. Either you have it or you don't. And that's what it is. So guess what? Well, you're not going to get your ice cream. You're not getting your ice cream then. You know, you better call in the military, calling all the veterans, right? But good luck, man. I mean, I know there's a big mess out here that needs to be fixed. I hope this administration figures it out, you know. But they got so much going on. You know, the man is needs. Probably, I mean, he talked about Joe Biden. He was talking mad about talking all this stuff about Joe Biden, right? And see now, look, you run around doing all the falling asleep and you know wearing a diaper. Like, come on, like what's going on? I mean, the country's it's going to crap, literally, literally, it's going to crap. The country's in Trump's diaper right now. It's in his depends, and it depends. It really depends, you know. But hey, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm just Um, just want to throw that out there to you guys, man. Send a prayer out to those people out in Caswell County, man. And I really, really do hope that things turn around and in the industry. Okay, I don't want to miss out on the gold rush. I don't want to miss. I got these trucks sitting out here. Listen here, man. I need to get back in the game. I need to get back in the game. I don't want to miss out on the gold rush. But they're saying that over the next year to 2 years, we are going to see prices continue to go up. That means everything is going up. Everything. So get ready. Get ready. You truck drivers, get ready to start making money like they used to make it back in the days. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And peak season's coming, holiday season coming, so you know they're gonna be paying big money. They're gonna pay you very, very good to go down the road. All right. So look into getting yourselves a class A. And all you veterans, we welcome you guys into the industry. We appreciate you. We rather have you guys pulling our stuff than somebody that cannot speak, read, or write English because they don't deserve to be on the roads. They don't deserve to. They're costing us fatalities, and everybody, people are losing their lives. Now, if you can speak English and you can read and write English, we welcome you into the industry. But if you can't, man, bruh, come on up out of that truck, man. Come on up out of that truck, man. Because I mean, look, I got grandbabies coming. All right? These highways got to be safe out here. All right? So, y'all do me a favor, man. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. And like, subscribe, share this video. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm your boy Swizzy. Peace. Y'all be safe out there. Gotta try to end the live stream, bro. End it. Stop streaming. Stop recording. I don't even know how to stop it. It won't stop. It will not stop. It wants me to keep going. Look, I gotta get me some ramen noodles in my system. I'm hungry. Another round of ramens. How about that? Another round of ramens for your boy. What's going on with my mic? All right.